It's Mina. Welcome back. I am very excited today. I was mixing up some colors and I came across Golden's Deep Turquoise, and this is just, it's delicious. So I did something with one yesterday and I loved the way that came out and the way that it worked. And then let me show you my rest of my colors. So that's the Golden's Deep Turquoise. This is Golden's Iridescent Pearl. And it's beautiful. My paint is not thin today. It is leaving a mound on a mound. This one is Golden's Paynes Gray. Again, not leaving, I'm sorry, it is leaving a mound on a mound. This one is Golden's Iridescent Fine, which is beautiful. Really, really nice color. I love that one. Again, leaving a mound on a mound. And I also have the lovely Violet, Permanent Violet Deep, which I love this color. It's just gorgeous. We did this one the other day with the Golden's Violet Fantasy Pour. It was awesome. So that's actually going to not be too much involved. Okay, so pouring medium today is Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish, and a little bit of the GAC 800 and Floetrol. And a couple of them have a little bit of water in it, but that's about it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer my cup. I want to do a ring pour with a lot of pearl as the kind of the outside background color, and then I want turquoise lacing. So I think I know how to do that. Let's get started. So I have my cup, 24 by 24 canvas, 24 ounce cup. No, sorry, 16 ounces is 2 cups. So we're gonna shoot for that. If I go up to the top of the cup with that though, I'm okay. All right, so in my center, I want some pearl. A little bit, not a ton. It's not even covering the whole bottom. And then a little bit of gold on top of that. And then we're gonna put some Paynes Gray in there. I probably should have put that in first actually, but that's okay. All right, now I'm gonna go a bigger layer of the pearl and a little bit of gold and turquoise this time, a bigger layer. And I'm going to put a bigger layer of pearl because I do want those two to blend a little bit. And now I think I'm going to put in more Paynes. And since we're kind of at the middle-y end of the cup, I want to put in turquoise, or the violet. And let's go with some turquoise on top of that violet and see what happens. And a little bit more pearl and a little bit more gold. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna put down, let's see, what do we want to put down as a background color? I'm gonna pour a puddle of, actually I'm gonna pour a puddle of gold first in the center. It's really windy today. Hello, wind. And then I'm gonna pour some of the pearl in there. You can see, look, there's a little bit of turquoise on the cup. You see, it's just so pretty how it laces on top there. Okay, we're gonna do like a fantasy pour, ring pour, straight pour thing. Here we go. All right. That's not as neat as I would have liked it, but okay. I'm going to turn my canvas because it's trying to travel that way, and I don't want it to quite yet. Okay. Now I'm going to take this gold. You usually do this with the Deco Art Americana Decor, but I'm going to see if it works with the Golden's paint. I'm just thinning it out just a tiny bit, literally like maybe 3 grams of water to thin it out. Mix it up. Look how pretty that turquoise is. I love it. And there's just a little bit of the violet inside, which I really like. And when we stretch that out, it's going to get really cool. Now, let's see if I can't pretty up that center just a little bit. Come on. There's paint in there, why waste it, right? Especially when it's pretty. Okay. That's better, and I touched it, but it actually looks neat. So, all right. We've had 2 shots now. I think we're not gonna push my luck anymore. All right, so here's our thinned out gold. And let's go around this one. Hello, wind. Ooh, she's a-blowing. Fall is coming, guys, which I'm very happy about. It's been really hot. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the corners. All right, that's good. I'm gonna spread that out with my spatula. I'm not standing where I usually do because then you'd see a shadow of my head. And I haven't fixed my hair today, darling, so that's all good. Ponytails are great. Okay, just getting our edges a little bit, corners, get some paint on there. Okay. Mostly just what's dripped down. I'm not really stressing about it. Okay, let's see. What have we got left? Let's put some Paynes around there too. Well, that one's thinned out already, so now I don't want to. Actually, yeah, I'm going to. Okay, I'm not going to thin this one out too, because I think what'll happen is it's going to roll over the gold, hopefully, and then it's going to hit the Paynes. Let's go 1 ring of the violet too. This is just going to be outside color, and this is, I do this so that I don't have to put down a base coat on the whole thing, especially on a day like today that's really windy. A base coat would start to set up and dry a lot. So now the pearl, you see I put it on top of the violet and the Paynes because I want them to mix a little bit. We have turquoise left, so I'm just going to go around that one more time. Okay, I'm excited. Let's torch it really quick. That's thumbnail material if I've ever seen it. Okie dokie, here we go. Ooh. Let's see how this moves. I did leave my paint thick, so it would keep its ring shape. And I'm kind of color testing these Golden's paints. I've recently invested in more of them because I really like the consistency and the color and the quality of the paint. So now I'm very comfortable using Liquitex Basics and Deco Art and a lot of those other paints, and I know what to expect from them. So I'm sort of figuring this all out with the Goldens as I go. These are just, it's beautiful the way that it's blending and moving, not really losing its shape much. Stretch that one out just a little bit more. Stop. Come back. Go down that way. Just nice and slow. And let the weight of the paint Well, you are controlling it, but you're also listening to it, you know? If it decides it wants to go that way and you're fighting it to make it go this way, it's probably not going to go so well for you because the paint doesn't care. Okay. Come down towards the middle again. Well, now the weight of the paint is about here, and we're going to go out this way. So far we haven't gone off the edge yet. We're just stretching this out and giving these parts a chance to put it back a little bit before that side goes over the edge. Oh look, we went this way now. All right, well, we'll stretch it out this way a little more. That's kind of neat. Now see, if I want it to stay there, if I come off the edge a little bit more, it'll hook onto here and spread. I do want to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna let it roll off the edge, and it's gonna grab on and grab the edge of this turquoisey pearl part, and then when I tilt it back up, that's all gonna spread out. Watch. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, so we're just gonna go over the edge right there. Nice and slow. There we go. And we go, oops, come back. And see how now all this is stretching out. All those lines are opening up. Now we're gonna go down this way because the weight of my paint is here, so now we're gonna go that way. And I'm turning it to keep it away from that edge so that doesn't all start to float off. See, because I didn't have a base coat, my paint is rolling over those last few layers, the outer flow extender ones that I put on there. So as it comes back, those layers are underneath. Look how pretty. Woo! Go over that corner. Now we're going to come back this way. It's kind of over here on the edge, and I want it more towards the middle. So I'm going to move this gently, just let it float back there until it's kind of back towards the middle. And now I'm going to come over the edge towards me and let it open all that up. Wow, that's really cool. Go over the edge there, and we're going to come down here. Take it back. Actually, I think I want to hook onto this edge of gold over here and let that grab the bottom of the canvas. The turquoise is pretty, but that gold spread out is really cool. So we're just letting it run off to about there, and now we're going to take it back and go back towards the middle. Almost looks like an owl right here. That's very cool. Now I want to open up that corner too, so I'm letting my paint go down the center of the canvas, nice and slow, letting things spread out and open up. You see all those little cells popping up are beautiful. And then we're going to go off this edge, because there's a lot of plain turquoise over there. That's very pretty, but I'd rather open up and spread out this center part, which is amazing. So, okay, just nice and easy. Go over that corner. There we go. A little bit more. So you're almost using the. Ooh, hello, wind. What you doing? You dancing. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that pearl. Oh my God. I'm just letting the weight of the paint run back towards me now. Kind of stretch it out this way a bit. So you're kind of using the edges of the canvas as like a hook, almost. Because when you tilt the paint off the side over there and it grabs on to that last layer, then it stretches. That's really cool. Stop there. Let's see. So from my point of view, I really want to tilt some of this off and open it. So now I'm going to turn it around and look at it from the other angle and see, does it need that or not? See, from this angle, that looks really cool. But I think this is still a little bit too much. So I'm going to get the weight of my paint back over here, and then I'm going to go off that way a little bit. So where is the weight of my paint? Look for where it's moving. It's not moving much. That's a good sign, actually. Okay, so I'm going to start tilting it that way. It's right about there, actually, which is perfect. And just take it over that corner. And see, the paint is not moving fast. That's excellent. That means that we have taken off a lot of the excess paint. Ooh, hello, honey. Come on now. Be cool, baby. Be cool, honey bunny. Okay, so now that's hooked onto the edge there. And then I tilt it back this way, and it's going to open all that up even more. If the wind doesn't try to take my canvas away like a sail. Which has happened before, believe it or not. Okay. That's really cool. I love that. It's nice and slow. Let it open up. Beautiful. I like that corner down there, so I don't want to get rid of the turquoise on there. That's really neat. Almost looks like the Millennium Falcon. Alright, now I have paint on my hands, so I'm not going to touch it anymore. But I guess I can point. Let me wipe my hands off. I love this one. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Looks like it just needs to have just the edge there tipped off. There we go. Just a touch. Let's see if we can't open this center part up a little bit more. Because I don't anticipate this part moving very much anymore because it's pretty thin over there, because we stretched it out a lot. So now we're stretching out the top part up here and having the weight of the paint in the middle of the canvas, which is good. Okay. I'm going to stop there. I like that. I haven't even torched it. I realize I say that all the time. Just clean up my edge over here real fast. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Just a little thin. Okay, and that one's good too. All right. Put a little bit of this turquoisey color on there. Okay. All right. Should we torch it? Let's torch it. I really like what's happening with that pearl and that gold. It's just amazing. And the Paynes Gray. I almost used the anthraquinone blue in here also as a mid blue, but I really wanted the contrast between the turquoise and the Paynes Gray, and I'm glad I didn't put the other blue in it now, because that one's very close to the Paynes, but the Paynes is darker. So this is nice because it's a sharper contrast with the pearl and the gold, and over here where the gold has mixed with the Paynes, you're getting this beautiful, like, kind of soft gray color. Very pretty. I love these. And I like that a lot, that little swirly thing. All these cool little cells coming up in here. All right, let's give it a quick torch. Just to pop air bubbles. I'm not trying to bring any more cells up. Pretty good. I just want to get a little bit of that I put on the corner off. There we go. All right. Too much paint. All right, I like that. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to take the camera down and take you in for some close-ups, and then I will show you everything when it is dry. Okay, so this is a couple minutes later. I just wanted to point out all of these really, really pretty intricate lines that are in here, in that center, and over here, this beautiful contrast between the Paynes Gray and the gold and the turquoise and these lovely little cells. I love that. And then over here where the turquoise mixed with the gold and made that really darker green color. It's funny, I really love the turquoise from Artist Loft, and I like their metallic cobalt blue, which is beautiful. It's very similar to this. And then this turquoise from Golden's, this color, this is very similar to Julie Cuts her Golden's Deep Sea. I think it's a little more green than I'm used to from a turquoise, but I really like that color a lot too. It's very pretty, and it dries dark also, which is nice. And that's, again, that's the thing about the Golden's paint. They dry true. So what you see here, this is what it's going to look like when it's dry, which is nice because other things get chalky and weird and not the same, and then you're disappointed. So anyway. Okay, so this is the next day. And I realize it's a little different than when you last saw it. When it came back into my drying shed, I looked at it a little more carefully, and it looked a little anatomical to me. So I attempted to add something different to the center, which you see up in here, just what was left in my cup. And then I decided that I needed to tilt this corner off and kind of open this up a little bit more, and I'm happy I did. I like the way that it looks now. I think it's really neat. A lot of beautiful lines here, a lot of gorgeous contrast. This is probably my favorite part right there, with the Paynes Gray and that deep turquoise and the gold and the white. It's very pretty. Up there in that corner it's kind of soft, but this part is the part that I had added a little bit more paint. But I like this one very, very much. And I think it turned out really, really neat. So, you know, once you pour it, you're not necessarily completely done. If you get it inside and you look at it and it's not how you want it, change it, fix it, make it how you want it. There's no point in having a painting you don't like. So, anyway, this one was really cool. This one was Paynes Gray, Golden's Deep Turquoise. I see a little bit of violet in there. Oh, that was the Permanent Violet Deep. Yeah. And Paynes Gray. There may even be some maroon there. Anyways, yes, there is maroon in there. Okay. Anyway, this one was a lot of fun. It kind of drove me a little bit crazy at the end, but I think it kind of came together, and I really like how it looks. So I'm happy with this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys mean so much to me. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.